Yeah, right.
Hello everybody, my name is and today I am going to present a short presentation on SQL Server 2005. This is Microsoft's latest technology for databases. So before we learn SQL Server 2005, we need to learn what exactly is a database. So does anybody in this class knows about what is a database?
Our database that save or retrieve your information.
I mean, you are right, but if we define properly, databases are computer files that are optimized and to store data in a structured way. What does it mean? First of all, can you give some examples of like databases, systems, softwares you have used?
In previous versions, just like flat file system, Fox Pro, MS Access.
Right, MS Access, SQL Server 2000, SQL Server version 7, etc. So if you know the extension of Access database file is .mdb, right? This is a database file. In the same way, the database file name for SQL Server is MDF, right? So these are so databases are computer files. Now every computer file got extension, like Microsoft Word got extension .doc, text file got extension .txt. In the same way, database files got extensions as well, and it's different for different softwares. So for Microsoft Access it's .mdb, for SQL Server it's .mdf. So databases are computer files that are optimized to store data in a structured way. In database files we optimize those database files so that it stores data in a structured way. And I will explain you in the next slides how we optimize files in a structured way. But if you know, databases contains tables, and table contains rows and columns. So you basically store data in tables in a structured way. That's why it's saying in a structured way. Now it's again in the next line it's showing the organization of the file helps to ensure that the data is accurate. If you don't organize the data, then it will be haphazard. You don't know which record comes first. For example, if we are maintaining database for for orders, so if your data is not properly structured, right? So if your data is not properly structured, you cannot retrieve the data. You don't know that which order took place before. The database files usually are managed by software. Now .mdb and .mdf files, we cannot read those files. We need to use some type of software to actually view the data, to make changes in the data, to make it accessible to applications and users, manage and maintain the data. So one example of those type of softwares is Microsoft Access. Other examples are SQL Server. Previous version of Microsoft SQL Server is SQL Server 2000. Now SQL Server 2005 is the latest Microsoft technology for maintaining and managing databases. And the good thing about this is it's a free application that allows you to create and manage databases for your applications. So why not just use text files, spreadsheets? Can you explain?
Because they have some limitations.
Right. What type of limitations?
You cannot filter out your specific information. You cannot create entities between them.
Basically, it takes so much time to search what do you want exactly. It takes a lot of time in text file to search, and you cannot just like you said filter out.
Right.
If you want an employee's data for the past 3 months, how much time he worked, it takes a lot of time in text file to combine it, to search it.
Right.
These kinds of things.
Right. So I mean it's showing here data integrity, redundant data, outdated data, right? So the first point is this, that if suppose you use other methods for storing data like text files or spreadsheets, it is possible that you have entered some information and then he came and he opened the Excel sheet and he entered that record again. So data becomes redundant. There is no way we can prevent that he does not enter duplicate data. So we cannot. That's one disadvantage. Now suppose your address you used to live at Gulshan Iqbal, and recently you moved to another place. Now he enters another address. Now if I open that Excel file, I don't know which address is accurate. Do you live currently in Gulshan? I mean, what should be the right method? The right method should be he should update your address. The second thing is data size. Now text files and Excel sheets, if you keep on entering the data file becomes bigger and bigger. Retrieval, filtering and searching. Now in text document and in Excel sheet you can use find edit utilities to find that document, but databases provide you more methods for data retrieval. For example, if suppose you have a you can say that you have a table that contains employee data. Now if you want to find the employees who joined the company in 2006 and their names starting with S, you cannot do this thing in Excel sheet. So you cannot do efficient data retrieval using Excel sheets or text documents. Now protecting data from malicious or unauthorized user. Now if we are using text sheets or Excel sheets for for data, what can happen that any employee can copy that data to their USB drives and can take home. So it's unauthorized use of data. And then protecting data from becoming corrupt. Now viruses, viruses can destroy Excel sheets or text documents and we can lose all the data. So instead, a relational database management system like SQL Server 2005 makes managing data easy by taking care of many of difficult tasks associated with integrating data into your application. So RDBMS take care of all of these things, and this is not our headache. It will be managed by RDBMS software. So what exactly is a relational database? Relational database helps maintain data integrity by ensuring data type correctness. Now, does anybody know what data type correctness means?
It means something like that if a field contains a name field and you entered address, something like that, data type correctness, you cannot enter, you have a restriction like that, you cannot enter name in the address field like this, data type correctness.
Right. So basically what he's right, what he's saying, actually in databases we store data in tables, and tables contains records and columns, and we need to specify data type for each column. So if suppose we say that this field can only contain data type is numeric or integer, then we cannot enter string into that column. So this ensures that, because if you are entering your date of birth, you can write 03/01/1970, or you can enter 3rd January 1970. So if you don't put data type constraint, then different user can enter different things and we cannot search. So this ensures data integrity. The second thing is eliminating redundant data that could lead to inaccurate versions of a single data entity. Now if your record is already present in the database and you try to enter it again, there will be a message and it will say that your record already exists. Eliminating the possibility that related data can be deleted accidentally. Now suppose one table contains your user information and another table contains your orders, and if I try to delete your record from the customers table, it will say you cannot delete because associated orders are present in another table. So using RDBMS software, we can eliminate the possibility that related data can be deleted accidentally, and data can be retrieved and manipulated efficiently. So any questions on this slide?
Why is so emphasis on redundancy, data redundancy, eliminate data redundancy? Why? It's only increases size. What other disadvantage?
If data is redundant, right, and you try to retrieve something, and if multiple records are present, you get confused. Now suppose the example is, as I have given this example before as well, that you have entered, suppose there is an address table that contains name, address details. Now if we have multiple names with different addresses, we don't know which address is the right address. So that's why redundant data shouldn't be there, to avoid confusion as well. So yeah.